Hello, I'm IVX Toycat, and welcome back to the Minecraft update video. Today I have some very good news to share with you all, a little bit to do with Minecraft 1.15, and a lot of it to do with Minecraft's brand new persona system. We had news since literally yesterday. I also have some Minecraft RTX gameplay I really want to share with you all, because I don't think a lot of you will have seen it, and yeah, I wanted to talk about the future of this whole thing, because Minecraft Java generated a lot of buzz with the first 1.15 snapshot, which came just a couple of weeks ago, but since then it's been doing something very interesting, and the fact that Bedrock is going a little bit of a different direction is very intriguing, because we do have Minecon Live in just a couple of weeks, so a lot of these announcements are kind of being waited on until then, and you'll see what I mean in today's video. But for now, hopefully you all do enjoy it. Please do like it if you do, but let's dive straight into talking about this particular update, which isn't to do with bees directly for the first time in quite a few weeks, although they do still exist. They're not a joke, apparently. They are a real mob in Minecraft. I mean, look how big they are. Is this a real thing? But to focus on the Minecraft news, yeah, we have a brand new snapshot state. It's called Minecraft 19W37A. In case you're curious as to why it's called that, it's because it's the first snapshot in the 37th week of 2019, and this is an interesting snapshot because it only really adds a couple of features. They're both pretty small ones in the feature changelog, but then they added an entirely separate section of the changelog for feature parity. That's right, Bedrock parity is not only just like a stated goal of like the future of Minecraft, but it seems to be a big part of this update. That's right, bees and parity seem to be the two things we've got going on right now, and although I have my own feelings on that, in fact there's even a meme to express those feelings, let's actually talk about what exactly is going on with the parity in this update, because simply put, besides the fact that they've made pistons a little bit better and they've made enchanting slightly more moddable, let's talk about the parity features in this update, because there is 3 of them. Again, they're going to be adding some in every snapshot it seems from now on. First of all, you might have noticed I've been hungry this whole time. That's because I want to cook me some food, and when you cook yourself some food, you now have the option of using boats as a fuel. The boats will work as fuel just like they do on Bedrock. It's a parity change. It actually gives you, quite a few smelts per boat. So pro tip, boats are now a smeltable thing. When you're done with your boat, you can smelt it up and you can use it to get food, or if you're on strike like me for a cave update, you can smelt your coal ore into coal, because we need real features for things like this, Mojang. Come on, you know it's true. But then the second thing you can do in this update is you can use a shovel, whether it be iron, diamond, or just any shovel is what I'm trying to say. If it's a shovel, you can do this now. You can use the right click functionality or the left trigger functionality, and you can actually put out a campfire that way, because here's what happens when you try to punch it with your hand. As you can see, it doesn't go out. Use a shovel, and just like that, you can singe it out and you can make the smoke go away, because without smoke there can't be fire, or without fire there can't be smoke. That's the one I'm trying to go for, so keep that in mind. I've been watching Suits recently, and they keep going for that whole smoke without fire analogy, and I really hate it, because I get that it's like a good way to say there might be a crime, and if it seems like there's a crime, then it kind of makes sense, but also, now it's just mixed up in my head forever. So the third change in this update is one that's a lot harder to show, but to keep things simple, they've made it so now, instead of mobs always spawning as adults, sometimes you find baby mobs alongside the adult mobs. So here you can see an example of it. Here is a chicken in Minecraft with 2 baby chickens following it. It's the most adorable thing in the world. Usually you'll find 2 big chickens and a small one, or like 2 big sheeps and a small one. But yeah, there are baby chickens, and they've always followed their mother. It's adorable behavior by itself. But what is also adorable is the fact that this will now naturally spawn. And again, this is mostly a change that won't affect gameplay, except you can't kill chickens, baby chickens, and actually get something. Oh, I'll show you right now. I'll be a monster so you don't have to. But you don't get any real reward when you kill a baby chicken or baby sheep or a baby cow. So yeah, the game is a minor nerf in that way, you could argue. Oh man, it's hard to kill baby chickens. But yeah, there you can see, I'm a monster. I did that for you. I did that for science. This is what you've driven me to, Mojang. This is what you've driven me to. But yeah, this snapshot has 3 parity changes. I won't try and act like it's the biggest thing in the world. I would imagine, in fact, that most of the development resources so far in 1.15 are on things that we won't get to see until Minecon Live, which is when the update theme will be revealed, as Jeb has previously said. So what is the rest of the news today? If it's not to do with bees and the 1.15 update, well, I'm glad you asked, although I asked myself. But we can pretend you asked me, so I can talk about the persona system a bit more. So the persona system in Minecraft is something Microsoft is being deliberately quite quiet about. I think they want to do a big reveal and keep the announcement on their terms for reasons that you'll understand if you watch yesterday's video. But if you don't understand, I won't keep you in the dark. It's basically a way to make skins more customizable. Instead of being a single file that you can either upload yourself or you can buy from the Minecraft store, now it's going to be that single file, but then you can overlay things on top of that, and those things can be overlaid presumably on any skin that is fully, a full Minecraft-sized skin and is an R2-D2 or something something licensed like that. But yeah, it means that you'll be able to customize your skins more fully. And we learned about the system and how it would actually look yesterday. We learned about the rarity tag, which is something Mojang does intend to use. So there's going to be legendary pieces of things, and there's going to be rare and uncommon, etc., all the way down the standard 5 tiers that games usually have. So they're going to have rarity tiers. We know there's some link to achievements because achievements are there as well. And a lot of people doubted, like, well, these things are never going to be paid, right? Because, you know, that would be ridiculous. And I definitely think that loot boxes or anything along those lines would be entirely ridiculous. But given that cosmetics are already for sale inside Minecraft, and given every server already sells basically the same thing, it doesn't, you know, strike me as too wild for them to sell things, which is why when one of the people who leaks the things found in the game code, Wild the Gamer is the example I'm using today, but when he found yesterday that there were in fact some Minecoin purchases, I wasn't particularly surprised, but I was fascinated to see what the actual, you know, things found inside Minecraft already kind of looked like, because we now know a decent amount of the launch kind of persona additions you'll have to your Minecraft skin. So if you want to look at how they'll look on your own character, you want to see what they'll briefly look like, you can see on the left here, but you can also see how these are in fact going to have prices. So for a face item like sunglasses, I don't think these are working entirely correctly because Alex does not look like she's wearing sunglasses. Again, there's lots of models to load and etc. But you can see how there's no reference to an achievement to earn sunglasses, nothing's to do with exploring the world or anything. You just pay 50 Minecoins, which admittedly is something ridiculously tiny. I think it's like 30 cents. But the point is, yes, you will be able to customize your skin using microtransactions. This is for Minecraft Bedrock though. I'd like to clarify, you can tell the menus, obviously if you played Bedrock you know that, but this is a Bedrock only change. They're not going to be monetizing Java in this particular way. You know, we can be 99.9% sure because Bedrock is the platform they usually push monetization on because it's the one they kind of control a little bit more and is less kind of owned by the players in that way. So just keep that in mind as you see this next thing, because you can also have back slots like we showed off yesterday. You can have a backpack or something, but you can also choose to have a guitar. This guitar costs 240 Minecoins, so that actually is like $1.50. You know, we're starting to get into like real money for something kind of silly, and the problem is it actually is a 3D part of your skin. It actually does do things that you can't otherwise do without paying, so it's as in terms of like visual looks, which is kind of rough, right? Like the sunglasses, it's just an addition to the skin, like whatever. You can kind of see it, it's like a cool 3D effect, but this is like a full-on 3D item behind you. You can also have helmets, which in this case you can see this one's going to cost 280, so we're talking you know, closer to $2 right there if you want to put something on your head, because that's the most visible part of you. You can also put something on your legs if you want to. Again, similar pricing, $1.50, 240 Minecoins. And then finally, this is the weirdest one to me, you can also put things on your arm. It looks like, according to this picture, it'll be your non-dominant arm, so the one you don't see in gameplay, question mark. Maybe you know, this guy's just in left-handed mode, or maybe it's a mistake with the rendering. But yeah, there you can also buy arms, which is a possibility, and these arms are going to be in the same kind of price range. You can basically pay like $1.50 per item to add it to your skin, which is really, really wild, because skin packs used to be $1, sometimes like $2, to get 20 separate fully fledged skins. Now for a single item, which although admittedly can be applied to any skin, but a single item is going to cost that price. I don't understand where the value is coming from on these, if I'm being entirely real with you, because you know, who finds that much value in that? Who finds that, like, oh yeah, what if instead of buying 20 skins, I could buy 0.05 skins or something, you know, a little addition to my skin? But I think some people will enjoy the customization. We've seen from other games that one of the easiest things to monetize, one of the easiest sources of revenue, pretty much every major game does it, is you can sell cosmetics to people, because people go, oh, it's just cosmetics. They go, oh, yeah, that's actually kind of nice. And then they look at this and they're like, yeah, I would like a robot arm actually. Maybe I will pay $1.50. And I guess on that level, it kind of makes sense. Again, I think microtransactions in Minecraft aren't inherently good, but they also aren't inherently evil, at least when they're supporting creators. In this case, it looks like Microsoft is cashing in for themselves, cashing in pretty heavily, and also they're going to have this whole thing where like, oh yeah, you can have objectively cooler skins if you throw us a little bit of, you know, a little bit of money under the table. So yeah, we'll see how this actually goes. I would love to see if they implemented some way you could just get these for free, so that paying is just a thing that some people can choose to do if they want to be wacky, but then, you know, you'd imagine the ones behind the paywall would be best. I'd love to see, for instance, that servers could give them out for particular behaviors. You know, if you play on a server enough, wow, you get a skin customization that applies to all of Minecraft. Now there's reasons to go on the servers. Wouldn't it be cool if certain achievements, like the Master Trader, or like the one for exploring most of the biomes in Minecraft, wouldn't it be cool if you could get rewards in the skins for those? I would like to see this. I would like to see that be a thing. But again, we'll probably have to wait till Minecon Live, which is the big live show, happening in a couple of weeks to learn more about this. But yeah, just so you know, this is real. We've got even more. It is a thing that's happening, and a lot of people are doubting whether Microsoft can really monetize this. And yeah, that is the plan. I'd like to at least see it go to marketplace partners rather than Microsoft just being like, you know what? this is kind of our stash of cash and we're gonna make it. Because then, you know, like it literally is just, oh yeah, you've added cosmetic DLC to Minecraft. Nice. And I don't know why it feels so different to me, but the whole point of the Minecoin system, the whole point of all of this, the whole reason it was justified was like, oh yes, so we can help people out. And then here it is just like, but you know who the best people are? Us. You know who needs to be helped out? Us, damn it. We do 170 million copies sold. That's not enough. We need to also sell, on top of that, some cosmetic DLC to every single Minecraft player. And that seems to be the internal board meeting. I'm sure that's what happened. I think it's cool that Microsoft clearly listens to players in the sense that we'll never see loot boxes and we'll never see paid mods. I mean, they're very clearly backing away from that, and every time it comes up, they're like, whoa, we're not going to charge for mods ever, because those are the two things that, you know, gamers in air quotes rise up against. But this is also something that I think is questionable, to say the least. But, you know, I'll reserve more judgment until we see the official announcement so we can see Microsoft's side of things, because right now it looks like, hey, would you like to have tiny pots of skins that cost as much as entire skin packs? And, you know, I don't think I would, personally. But tell me what you think in the comments down below as we move into something that's going to be very exciting to look at. Because here is Minecraft RTX gameplay. That's right, we're not talking about trailers, we're not talking about like, oh yeah, this is one of the things they showed off because they're trying to market it. No, this is actual gameplay from within the game. There's menus to prove it, we'll dive into later, but this is what it actually looks like. And the reason we know what this looks like is because they gave, you know, the Minecraft RTX build to Digital Foundry to play around with. And they were very frank about the fact that like, it only has 8 chunks of render distance right now. Any more on the, you know, no CPU GPU combo can properly handle it. There's a lot of downsides that come with the crazy lighting effects you see here, but this is genuine vanilla Minecraft being actually played. We have actual proof of that. You know, real people have given it a try, not just marketing people. And doesn't it look beautiful to stare at? Doesn't seeing this village and the lighting effects, it looks fake. It looks like some crazy pack or something's going on. But no, this is literally just the power of lighting in Minecraft, because Minecraft's lighting right now isn't particularly advanced. It's intensive, but it's not advanced. Using RTX lighting, using, you know, actual rays of light to bounce off each block and having each block have transparency properties, etc. It is beautiful to see. You can see, by the way, it's very much in development. As you can see, as like the fog comes in and out, and it means that a lot of things like you'll see in the build, like reflections, aren't working perfectly, but the fact that they're working at all on this level is beautiful, right? In fact, just in case you're like, nah, this isn't real Minecraft, Toy Cat, you might be convinced by them, but I'm not convinced. Seeing that water look as beautiful as it did, seeing those rays of light look the way they are, and you know, like this is truly on its max settings, right? You know, you might be believing that. So how about we skip a little bit ahead and I show you this instead? So this right here is them turning it on and off, all of the RTX effects. Here is no RTX. Like, can you see the difference? It is insane to see just the coat of paint that even on a game with the same voxels, the same giant meter cubed blocks, that's giant, by the way, if you don't know your meter system, but the fact that like the game can look so much more beautiful, it's stunning to see. And again, there are so many issues in the development version, as you can see when you actually look at it like this, but the fact that it is working at all, the fact that they've managed to make Minecraft look this beautiful in any way that is not just playable internally, like super duper graphics, but is actually playable externally and can be given to people like this, I think that's beautiful. I think that's a fun thing to see. And I want to share it with all of you because I was in Mexico when this came out, and I know a lot of people might have missed this little bit of a breakdown. You can obviously check out Digital Foundry if you want to hear them talk about it, like all the technical side of things. You know, it's oh man, isn't that beautiful, the light. I would say it's too much, like, being blinded by the game. Like, this is actually, you know, can I just go on a side tangent here? You know, it's my news video, I totally can. Side tangent, does anyone else have dreams where they go blind and it's, like, terrifying? One of the parts of those dreams for me is, like, there's, like, something bright that I really want to look at. Like, maybe it's something I really like, but I can't see it because it's just so bright. And I get that kind of effect when I look at this, where, like, it's so darn bright that you literally can't discern the detail. There's too much information, so you can't discern the little bits of it. And maybe that's a beautiful analogy for life, or maybe I'm going to go blind and I've got like a premonition in my dreams. I'm not sure which one is true, but I just wanted to share with you that Minecraft, it's beautiful, but also makes me a bit scared I'm going to go blind. But speaking of being scared I'm going to go blind, make sure you don't go blind by getting a 2-month subscription to my sponsor today. That's right, it's me. Make sure to use code IBXToyCat and you get 100% off your subscription with notifications turned on if you want to learn any more Minecraft news. I am so fascinated by the next couple of weeks. We're going to see a lot of miniature leaks and announcements ready for Minecon Live, and I'm so excited to see how they all do go down. This Persona microtransaction system is something I'm very very skeptical about, but I'm, again, I don't want to dismiss it out of hand, because you shouldn't say that there's never a good way to add small DLC or microtransactions or whatever to games, because there are some good ways to do that. There's never a good way to add cosmetics to game. I personally don't like cosmetics in any games, but some people really value their cosmetics. They actually get some good stuff from them. So if they can make some money in that way and actually make people happy too, that's what they should be trying to do. If this disappoints more players than it makes happy, however, that's a sign they shouldn't do it. And I don't think they've made the sales pitch to convince me that that is a thing that isn't going to happen. So yeah, with that said, that is today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and also make sure to hit that bell, because I got you a 100% discount. That's right, I got you the hookup, and I hope you all enjoyed it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, because I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.